Nearly 4,000 years ago, in the Sumerian town of Ur, in the valley of the river Euphrates, lived a young man named Abraham. The people of Ur had once worshipped Allah, but as time passed, they forgot the true religion, and started praying to idols, statues made of wood or clay, and sometimes even of precious stones. Even as a small child, Abraham could not understand how his people, and especially his father, could make these images with their own hands, call them gods, and then worship them. He had always refused to join his people, when they paid respect to these statues. Instead, he would leave the town and sit alone, thinking about the heavens and the world about him. He was sure his people were doing wrong, and so alone he searched for the right way. One clear night, as he sat staring at the sky, he saw a beautiful shining star, so beautiful, that he cried out, "This must be Allah." He looked at it in awe for some time, until suddenly it began to fade and then it disappeared. He turned aside, disappointed, and said, "I don't like things that set." On another night, Abraham was again looking at the sky, and he saw the rising moon, so big and bright that he felt he could almost touch it. He thought to himself, "This is my Lord." But it was not long before the moon set as well. Then he said, "Unless my Lord guides me, I will surely become one of the lost." After seeing the majesty and magnificence of the sunrise, Abraham concluded that the sun must be the largest and most powerful object in the universe. But for the third time, he was wrong, for the sun set at the end of the day. It was then that he realized that Allah is the most powerful, the creator of the stars, the moon, the sun, the earth, and of all living things. Suddenly he felt himself totally at peace, because he knew that he had found the truth. When he said unto his father and his folk, "What do you worship?" They said, "We worship idols, and are ever devoted to them." He said, "Do they hear you when you cry? Or do they benefit or harm you?" They replied, "No, but we have seen our fathers act in this manner." He said, "Look at what you and your forefathers worship. Except for the Lord of the worlds, they're all my enemies, Allah who created me, and guides me, and feeds me and waters me. He also heals me when I'm sick. And then he causes me to die, then revives me. And in whom I have complete faith, knowing that, Allah who will forgive me of my sins on the day of judgment."